The fourth quarter final then is between St Anne's and the Shelmaliers. Conor, your thoughts?
Yeah, like the Raps and Gorey game, Peter, I think it's going to be very much a 50-50 game. Two teams with similar enough styles. I think, we played the Shells in round 3, and for large parts we were very competitive against them, and again probably in a 5-10 minute period when they really ran the ball from defence and they got the ball into their shooters like Conor Hearn, Sean Keane Carroll, Ross Bamble, Joe Kelly, and within 10 minutes the game was out of our reach, and they just seemed to run us into the ground, and they're capable of doing that to most sides in Wexford, but they're going to be up against a seriously hard working team in St Anne's. I don't think there's probably a harder working team in the championship. I think any day they go out, no matter who they're playing in the championship, they just work for each other. There's no flashiness to their play, but they have a seriously high work rate, and they will be looking to try and turn over the Shells, particularly in the Shells' backs, and try and stop the Shells running out the ball, because if Glenn Malone, Simon Donoghue, Arnie Murphy, these lads get ahead of steam, they're going to be very hard to stop. But I think the Anns probably are one of the teams out there that can stop them. But again, it's going to be a tight game and a fascinating battle.
And you played this a couple of weeks ago now. You beat St Anne's in the fourth round, and it was a must-win game for you, and it was also a must-win game for them. But what did you make of their challenge?
Look, I'd agree with Conor on everything he said about the Anns. They mightn't be too silky of a team, but they're going to bring their best every time they play. It's always a battle, and it certainly was a battle against us up in Wexford Park. Now, it was a miserable evening with strong wind and that, but they threw everything at us in the second half. I thought we did really well to stop them and to hold them out and to get a win, but look, that's just the way they are. They give you absolutely everything, and look, they've great players in the likes of on the day against us. Aidan Rashford in the fence was brilliant. He was getting all the short puck-outs. Whether they'll go on a play like that against Shelmaliers, I don't know. Then you had Mogi, Dee O'Keefe, and a hugely underrated player I think is Liam Rashford as well in corner forward. Great player. They rallied after losing against us to beat Gorey, so that they'll take huge confidence from that Gorey win at the weekend. And look at in the likes of Joe Cairns as well, he'll have all of the matchups sorted, so it should be a very good game, this game against the Shells. Yep.
So we'll get predictions then. Conor, who's going to win it?
I think the Shells will win by 2 or 3 points. I just think that if they can get the running game going, I think they're well capable of racking up a serious score, but they will get a serious test again, the Anns, and just think that particularly in Wexford Park it won't bother the Shells if playing against a strong wind, because I think as Ed has said once or twice, that they actually nearly play better again the wind, and I think the Anns do too to a certain extent, but I think it nearly suits the Shells to play against the wind in Wexford Park and walk the ball up the field, so I'm just going to give the nod to the Shells by 2 or 3 points.
Alex, who's going to win?
Yeah, for me, too often I've written off the Anns in games like this, and other people have as well, so for me it's going to be the Anns. I just think there's question marks over the Shelmaliers. Looked at the last few games, the referees clawed back a draw against them the other day, and then their loss to Crossabeg. I just think maybe that they haven't been firing as well as they have in other years, so the Anns for me. Yeah.
And I'm going to think that this one might be an extra time effort. I think it might go to extra time, and I think St Anne's will win it either way. I think whether it goes to extra time or not, but I just think it'll be so close that we could see an extra 20 minutes to separate the two teams at the weekend.